Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on December the 4th, 2019. Google co-founders decided to step aside. Google co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin decided to step aside as leaders of the internet giant they founded 21 years ago. Sundar Pichai, who has run the core Google search business since 2015, will immediately take the lead as CEO of parent Alphabet Inc. Page, Brin and Pichai were developing artificial intelligence software to make web searching faster and more personalized, while expanding the range of information and services available from a simple text query. But they faced with unprecedented scrutiny over safety and concerns that Google's famous "don't be evil" concept may be destroyed. Page and Brin remain directors of the parent company but will cede their respective CEO and president titles immediately, Alphabet said. U.S China trade deal can be delayed until late 2020. The probability of ending a dragged-out trade war between the United States and China has diminished after U.S. President Donald Trump's comment that a trade agreement may have to wait until late 2020, and also amid a House of Representatives bill targeting camps for Muslims in Xinjiang. China's foreign ministry said on Wednesday that this bill will affect bilateral cooperation in important areas. Asked on potential retaliatory measures being considered in response, Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Hua Chunying said anyone who undermines China's interest will pay the due price, but did not elaborate on what specific steps Beijing would take. Along with a new round of U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods scheduled to take effect in less than 2 weeks, tensions between two sides just escalating, not resolving. Oil prices climbed ahead of OPEC meetings. Oil prices increased on Wednesday ahead of OPEC Plus meetings this week, where the group is expected to extend production cuts to support the market. Meanwhile, industry data show that U.S. crude stockpiles fell more than expected, helping to lift prices. International benchmark Brent crude futures were up 44 cents or 0.7% at $61.26 a barrel. At the other hand, U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures climbed 38 cents or 0.7% to $56.48. Crude oil inventories in the U.S. fell by more than expected last week, according to the industry group American Petroleum Institute. Stockpiles of crude oil fell by 3.7 million barrels, more than double expectations of a decline of 1.7 million barrels. Services sector in Germany shows weak growth. Growth in Germany's services sector marked slightly rise in November, a survey showed on Wednesday. With persistent labor shortage pushing up wages, companies continue to add staff despite a drop in new orders. IHS Markit Final Services Purchasing Managers Index (PMI) edged up to 51.7 from 51.6 in October, also beating a preliminary reading of 51.3. The final composite PMI, which tracks the manufacturing and services sectors and that together account for more than two-thirds of economic activity, rose to 49.4 from 48.9, staying below the 50 mark that separates growth from contraction. In general, the European largest economy grew by just 0.1% in the third quarter, following a 0.2% contraction in the previous quarter. Solid household spending and an increase in construction sector are expected to prop up growth in the current quarter.